In 2024, the former Liberal government unveiled its plan for a health authority to be developed in collaboration with First Nations.
We're at the cusp of something amazing in Yukon, and I think we all need to work together.
The Yukon is one of only 2 jurisdictions in Canada without a health authority. But last week, the new Yukon Party government informed First Nations it plans to pause the authority and possibly scrap the legislation altogether.
Yukon First Nations are, myself included, extremely disappointed.
The chair of the Chiefs Committee on Health calls the move a slap in the face. She says the authority would transform healthcare in the territory, especially for Indigenous people, by centralizing care, addressing systemic racism, and improving cultural safety.
It was legislation we drafted in good faith, objectively to address the many barriers that we are confronted with when approaching or accessing healthcare services in Yukon.
We just had concerns with the structure and the costs associated with this healthcare authority.
But Yukon's premier says the authority came at a high cost, with up to $70 million needed to transfer healthcare workers' pensions. He says the government still intends to continue policy work developed under the authority aimed at improving healthcare for First Nations people.
We've heard those concerns, and so we're going to maintain that structure as it is right now and try to find ways to improve it going forward.
But Frost says it's not that easy, and the work done to this point can't simply be moved elsewhere. She says First Nations are now considering establishing their own central healthcare facility and possibly taking legal action.
They chose a path forward that we're not going to stand down from. We're not going to let them go ahead and say, oh, well, all this work that you've participated in is all for nothing. We're not prepared to have a conversation with you.
The Yukon government says it will consider repealing the health authority legislation this fall. Sarah Connors, APTN National News, Whitehorse.